Hello YouTube watch lovers, and welcome to this end of the year bonanza. I got two watches and I will shoot two videos today. We'll start with the bigger brother, we'll start with the Rolex Submariner, and we'll move on to the Tudor in the second video. But I wouldn't compare the watches together, not in one review, because they're very, very different. So if there is a watch that would be used as comparison for the Rolex, is the original Kermit, is the pre-ceramic green bezel watch, which I really like, which is and will serve as a reference for the new watch, and I will try to compare what the wearing experience of the new Submariner compares to the original watch. So you can see that everything is improved, everything is better. The watch box, which was this quite flimsy, the old version of the Rolex watch box, was substituted for the new one. Well, everything about this watch is like improved, but is the watch as good as you would expect it? Is the watch really worth the waiting list? And they say the waiting list for these watches will be up to 5 years, the new Submariners. So much better Rolex wooden box. And here is the watch. So there is a number of tags. There is a chronometry certificate. There is the tag for the watch. So this is the new reference card that doesn't have any details of the particular watch. I'm not showing the back of the card. So all the regular documents that you would expect with a new Rolex. So there are extra links for the bracelet. I'm usually taking out the 3 links. So here are the two Kermits. The Kermit, the original 50th anniversary with the aluminum bezel, the 40mm watch, and the 41mm watch, now the new Kermit 2020. So unlike the other reviewers, I will not be bolstering the Hulk, probably too many Submariners. I really like the original Kermit. You can see that the contours of the watch, the shape of the watch case is like a classic Submariner, yet it has the maxi dial of the new subs. So obviously, obvious change is for the ceramic bezel on the new Kermit. Well, there's also change of the watch movement. There is now a thicker bracelet. So 20mm was always the bracelet end link size for the Submariners. Now it went to 21, which means that the lugs are slightly thinner, but it is a bigger watch. It is a bigger watch, and you can see it. I really like my Kermit. I think it is a classic. But what is the on the wrist experience of the Kermit compared to, well, of the original Kermit compared to the new one? So obviously out with the old and in with the new watch. So the new watch feels really more substantial. It is a much improved bracelet, so it is the glide lock oyster bracelet, which is a significant improvement over the old one. So I don't want to bring in the first generation ceramic watches into this review, because first of all, there isn't much difference between the 41mm, which is probably 40.5 millimeter watch case size compared to the 40.2 millimeter of the Hulk. So obviously the color of the dial, the fact that the Kermit stays with the black dial and the green bezel, just makes it a more casual, more everyday watch, whereas the Hulk with its green gold dial is like a weekend watch. So this is more everyday use Submariner, and with the new 32-35 movement, which has a bigger power reserve, but it also has a lot of mechanics have been improved from the really workhorse 31-35 Rolex movement, which was in the previous version of the Submariner. So the watch feels bigger. It is bigger on the wrist, and probably this is what many people will not appreciate that much. There was a little bit more elegant contour of the original Kermit compared to the new one. Yet the dial is more noticeable. The bezel now is ceramic, obviously scratch resistant. This will stay like this, like I'm showing to you now. It will stay for the lifetime of the watch. Slightly thinner lugs than on the Hulk, but significantly bigger watch case compared to the original Kermit, to the original 50th anniversary edition watch. It sits very comfortable. It is a nice oyster bracelet. Of course, it has the glide lock, so it has the sliding expansion and 20 millimeter glide lock adjustment is very easy now. Well, so the watch is improved probably in everything. This is the clasp of the old Kermit. So the new watch, well, it's almost unattainable. The ADs predict 5-year waiting cycle for the new watch. So I was lucky to get this one for the review. Not mine as yet, but I will try to get a new Submariner. I'll skip one generation. I will go from a 5-digit serial number, from the 16610 LV to the 126610 LN. Probably will be my watch, the black one. But it sits as comfortable on the 17 centimeter circumference wrist as it gets, and really a gorgeous new Rolex Submariner, the 2020 new watch. So guys, there are no negatives, absolutely no negatives. I actually like the slightly wider bracelet, just 1 millimeter wider, and the wider clasp. It all contributes towards a better proportioned Submariner on your wrist. A gorgeous watch. Really worth the cost of the Submariner. Sits very comfortable. Have no quarrels. Did have it on my wrist for only 2 days, and the watch is impressive. So obviously a question, which one would I prefer? I still think that the proportions of the original Kermit are slightly dearer to me, although the aluminum bezel will be scratched. Although this is not as good a bracelet, you can see the stamped iron clasp just well, stainless steel, sorry, not iron, stainless steel clasp. This is all oyster steel. The 904L steel didn't change, and Rolex are keeping up to its higher grade stainless steel than for most of the Swiss watch industry that uses 316, the medical equipment. So you see, I didn't change, even didn't change the date. So last time I wore my Kermit, it was the 6th of December. Didn't wear it since then, because there were so many other watches coming into my possession over the last month. So here it is. Here is the watch, the original green Submariner and the new Kermit. I like this one. I like the new Submariner. I like the fact that it's rock solid, and it is slightly improved over the original ceramic Submariner. I wouldn't say that it is much different, that well, some people probably will have both, but I will go for just one ceramic and one pre-ceramic to stay in my collection. So so here it is for you, the new 2020 126610 LV. Gorgeous watch. Really like it. Really sits well on my wrist. You can see there is no clearance between the watch, between the bracelet and the curvature of my wrist. So it is very comfortable. It is the king of watches. It is king of sports watch, diving watches. And now with an improved movement, it's definitely the kind of watch I want for my collection. So please like and subscribe, and I'll come back with the Tudor just in a matter of an hour for you.